If I was a lawyer, I would get paid for my advice. Well, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't get paid for my advice. But what I do get paid for is helping to keep your life on track. I want to talk to you briefly about mortgage protection for homeowners. It's a type of insurance, a type of life insurance, it's a type of policy for people who are buying a house. And you want to make sure that things are okay, just like if you were buying a car. You get into an accident, you need to have automobile coverage. If you don't, then it could turn your life upside down. And, a home is a bigger purchase, even much bigger purchase than a car most of the time, unless you're talking about a Bugatti or a Rolls Royce. But many times, on average, depending on where you live, most homes are about $300,000 or less, unless you live in California like I do, and homes are much more expensive. But I want to talk to you briefly about the advantages of mortgage protection. I will list 3 important things. One is property taxes. The insurance will pay your property taxes. Principal and interest, they go hand in glove. And the homeowners association fees and some of the other bills and whatnot that you may accumulate on a monthly basis. But all of these are the advantages, things that are paid for by this mortgage insurance. And this type of insurance is actually a term life insurance. Okay? That's all it is. The way it works is that, let's say you buy a house and the house costs you $1 million. Okay? So the house costs you $1 million. At the time you bought that house, you go ahead and get the mortgage protection right then. And once you get that mortgage protection, now this amount is protected. So you get it just for the amount of the cost of what's owed on the mortgage, right? So you wouldn't get a $3 million policy for a $1 million house. That wouldn't make sense. One is what I call overreaching. So you're getting too much insurance, overinsurance. So let's say a few years in, let's say 5 years in, and now the house is at $750,000. That's what you owe on the house now, $750,000. Now, the time you bought this mortgage, this insurance, it was $1 million. As you pay down, it goes down. A few years later, you had now $700,000, maybe a couple of years later, right? You had $700,000. So this amount now is actually the policy is now worth $700,000. So as you pay on the mortgage, you pay it down, this goes down. But having this, it gives the person who is still in the home, the way it works is, let's say my wife and I take out homeowners insurance, right? We take out the mortgage insurance, not homeowners insurance, mortgage protection insurance. On this mortgage protection insurance, I pass away and leave my wife in the home. And let's say we owe $700,000 on the home. When we bought the house, let's say the house was $1 million. Now is at $700,000 is what is owed on the house, not the value of the house, but what is owed on the house. Then that mortgage protection insurance will kick in and in a lump sum, take this down. Oops, drop my little marker, my little thing here. So let's say now you owe $750,000. Say $700,000 on this house, right? And I die, then this goes away. 0. Now my wife, my family, my kids can stay in the home. They can stay in the house. And they're happy now because they are in the house. Put my little chimney and my little smokestacks. So now my family can stay in the house and everyone are happy because they didn't have to get out during this time of uncertainty. Death is uncertain. We don't know when it's going to happen, but we know that it will happen. It always does. It always will. Make sure that you have your priorities in order. Make sure you have your priorities in order. And that way people can be happy because these obligations are met. Okay? I hope this helped you. If it is something that was able to shed some light on your situation or it helped you in some way, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share because we need to get this out to as many people as we can. And oftentimes, the people you think got it going on, the Joneses, they don't have it going on no more. I know because my friend who works at a store told me their card got declined. So this is the time we all have to do what makes sense. If this is something that helped you, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and like the video. I'll see you on the next video.